Krystle. I've loved dolls my whole life. I collect everything from porcelain to cloth, American Girl, neonates, and real care dolls. But my favorite is to collect and make Reborn dolls. There's Chloe, Grace, Jeremy, Maya, Yuki, Savannah, Zoe, Haley, Landon, Maisie, and Joshua. It isn't easy keeping up with my collection, but it sure is a lot of fun. Hi guys, so I am coming on today to talk about a topic, and I think this was like a topic that was going around as a tag a few months back, and I'm just getting around to taking part in this now. I was going to change a baby while I talk, but I am in a lot of pain today, so I'm just going to sit and you can have a look at my babies here as I chat. And I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. So the topic was to role play or not to role play. Basically asking, are you the type of collector that likes to role play or not? And so for me, honestly, I think when I first began collecting dolls as an adult, like when I got my electronic neonate and that was the only doll that I had in my collection besides my childhood dolls, I did not exactly role play like all day long or anything, because at the time I was still living with my mom and she was not on board with the whole doll situation at that time. She has warmed up to the hobby, especially since going on the trip to me to the Down East Doll Show years ago. It really like kind of opened her eyes to the hobby in that, and she loves the dolls now. But at the time, she was not very supportive of my decision to start this hobby. And so I really kind of felt held back from really role playing like I really wanted to. But at the time I was going through my first health battle of the whole thing with the hives and all that stuff. And I actually literally received my electronic neonate doll on the day that my health problems really kicked into gear. And, or maybe it was like the day before. I know it was like right around the same time, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Because basically what I would do is, when I was not feeling well and I couldn't sleep because I was so itchy with the hives all over my body, I would get up at like, 5 or 6 a.m. because I couldn't sleep. And they were playing Dawson's Creek from like the beginning, like from the very first episode to the last episode. Every day they would play an episode at like 5 or 6 a.m. Or I think they would do like back-to-back episodes. So I would get up to watch that, and my mom was still sleeping at the time. So I would get up and I would bring my electronic neonate out into the living room with me, and for the most part I would just hold her while watching, but I may like change her outfit and, you know, pretend to feed her a bottle or something like that. But that was like the extent of it. And honestly, like, I think now that I think about it, that's really the extent of role play for me. The only time I have really like gone beyond that for role play is once I started making YouTube videos. I just thought it would be a fun, creative video to make, because I enjoyed watching the role-playing videos, especially ones that got really creative and made things look really realistic, and added sound effects and things like that. And I thought, you know, I was at this point where I was wanting to do more with video and learning more about editing and things like that. And so this was like a really fun way for me to learn those skills in editing and things. So for me, whenever you see me role play on video, it literally is just for the video. I look at it like making a skit on video, acting. It's a skit, essentially. And it's just a fun, creative outlet for me to go through the process of thinking up what I'm going to role play, filming it. And then, you know, like as I'm filming it, I'm thinking in my head, okay, like at this part, I'm going to want to edit in, you know, this baby sound or this baby laughing. So I have to act like that baby is making those sounds in that moment, even though she's not. And then when I go into editing, I put all of that in and edit everything together. And it's a fun challenge. I really like doing it. And coming up with different like camera angles and things like that. So for me, that's the extent of role play that I do, really. Off camera, I do not treat my babies like real babies, you know, round the clock or anything like that. I am quite content occasionally changing their outfit and then displaying them. That's where I am in my collecting right now. I just really enjoy dressing them in an outfit and displaying them and just having them there to look at. It's so fun to come into the office every day and look around the room at all my dolls and all the other knickknacks that I have. It just makes me happy to have those around me to look at. And yes, there are some times where the mood will just strike me that while I'm watching TV, I will grab a baby, change them into an outfit or PJs or whatever. If it's nighttime, I like to put them in PJs and wrap them in a blanket and cuddle them. I like to cuddle a baby sometimes while I'm watching TV. I used to do it a lot more than I do now. So I've kind of gotten away from doing that as much as I used to. But I do still enjoy doing that from time to time. It is a really nice calming effect to cuddle a baby. If I'm stressed out or if I'm feeling sick, it kind of gives me a little lift to do that. But even just, like I said, even just looking at my babies, you know, looking at Maisie smiling here in her carrier, in her car seat, or looking at these cuties over here in the bouncer, like, it just makes me happy to see their faces and just look at them and enjoy them posed and in a cute little outfit. So yeah, I guess I would say Reborn roleplay, yes or no. I would say I lean more towards the no side to it. Like I said, the only time you will see me do it is on camera, and it is specifically for a video that I have planned out that I'm literally doing a skit. And it has been a long time since I have done a roleplay video like that. And the main reason is because it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work to do roleplay videos, especially doing like a day in the life roleplay. It takes hours to set up film, like set up the scene and decide on, you know, gonna have these pajamas on when she wakes up in the morning and put this outfit on and then change her into pajamas again. And, you know, like if I'm doing something like, you know, when I've done in the past with Grace, eating at the table, I basically am making a meal for myself, and then I will put some of that in her plate and pretend that she's eating it, and then I will just eat it. It's my food. And so it's like, you know, you have to make the food and set it all up, and then, you know, after you film that scene, then you're stopping to actually eat yourself. And so it takes all day, almost all day to film like a day in the life, and even just a role play in general. Like even if it's like a morning routine or whatever, it takes all day. Um, and even if it's like only half a day of filming, then you have downloading all the footage onto your computer, importing all the footage into the editing program, piecing all of the footage together, cutting out things that you didn't really work out, editing down certain parts, or cutting out bloopers or mistakes. Then once you have, then usually what I do is, like, once I have all the pieces together where I want them, then I go back and I'll add like background music or sound effects, like baby laughs or toddler sounds or whatever. It is like a full production. And with the way my health has been, I just have not had the energy to put into doing those things. And I also, like, it's also a matter of time. Like, the days that I do feel well, I am catching up on things that I couldn't do on a day that I wasn't well. So I'm focused on getting those things done around the home, or going to run errands or whatever. Or, you know, if it's the weekend, we might have a family function to go to. So it's like, it's really hard to find the time to do that kind of role play video. But yeah, I basically am saying no, unless it is a planned out video skit, if you will. But in my day-to-day life as a doll collector, no role play for me, other than occasionally cuddling a baby, which I don't really consider that role play. That's just holding a doll. It could be the same thing as holding a stuffed animal. I mean, I sleep with a stuffed animal every night that I've had since I was a baby, Leo the lion. And he has the same effect on me, a calming effect. So I don't really see that as role play. I'm not like interacting with it. I'm just like holding the baby. So yeah, I find like a lot of times I have to be like really in the mood to role play, because like if it's not something that I usually do, like I said, it's essentially acting, it's doing a skit. So I have to be in the right frame of mind for it. But yeah, I mean, I do enjoy watching role play videos. That I do enjoy watching that if they are done really well. I find it entertaining. And yeah, but in my day-to-day life, no role play for me. I am more of a display and admire. Change the outfits, love the outfits. You know me in baby clothes. I mean, like, baby clothes, baby accessories, baby clothes. Like, love my baby clothes because I just love dressing them up in adorable outfits. And it's fun because I find some outfits that I buy for my reborns, I would never buy for a real baby because they're not practical for a real baby. Like, I've been a nanny to newborn babies, and they're pretty much in sleepers 24/7. They're not in full-on outfits. Even when I looked after Jeremy, like, even up till he was like 3 months or older, he pretty much lived in onesies and sleepers. He really didn't wear outfits unless he was leaving the house. Then, sometimes his mom would dress him. But even then, like, sometimes if they were just going to a doctor's office or whatever, they would put him in a sleeper. It was winter, it was cold, so he would just be in like a fleece sleeper, and it's just so much easier for doing diaper changes and stuff. And it's a lot more comfortable for the baby. Like, there are some outfits that I've seen and I'm just like, I can't imagine trying to put this contraption on a baby. Like some of these ones that button in the back weird and stuff. It's like, what? And then second of all, like, just certain things I look at and I'm like, the comfort of the baby, like, they would not be comfortable in this outfit. So that's kind of the nice thing about having a doll collection, is that you can kind of suspend belief a little bit and kind of, you know, yes, they look like real babies, but you don't necessarily have to do things with them that you would with a real baby, because there's that element of fantasy. And so it's like, yeah, you know, you can totally put them in whatever outfit you want. You can make them as frou-frou as you want, dolled up. Don't have to worry about them pooping or spitting up on their outfit and ruining it. You don't have to worry about them being uncomfortable in an outfit. You don't have to worry about if the outfit's tricky to put on a wiggly baby. So that's kind of the fun part for me, is just the fashion and like dressing them up and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much my take on the role play situation. If you haven't done this tag, I know it's probably like months old now. But if you haven't done it, I'm resurrecting it. And, you know, feel free to make your own video about role play and what you like to do. And, you know, I always say there's no right or wrong in this hobby, really. You do you. Whatever you enjoy doing and whatever makes you happy with this hobby is what you do. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed my answer and hearing me talk about the subject. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and I think that's it for this video. So we will see you next time. Bye, guys.